Welcome to 10-Minute Treasure. My name's Jeff Pospisil, and it's no secret that I really, really enjoy spreadsheets. I think I could create a spreadsheet for almost any of life's problems and be pretty happy about it. But one of the things that happens is that from time to time, I'll be asked to create a spreadsheet that other people will use. And since I'm creating it for them, they may not understand all the different formulas and the relationships and how many different ways there are to break my spreadsheet. So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to share some two quick tips on how to protect your spreadsheet that you're creating for somebody else. So here's an example of a spreadsheet that I really needed to lock down. So our insurance company gave us this rate sheet right here. And what I ended up doing is I put this little calculator here. And I normally like to color in this off yellow, this cream colored, any cell that I want the person to edit. And so here they were to put their plan and the tier. So if I wanted to, I could put the B1000 and it would automatically figure out, okay, this is what the church share is and this is what the pastor share is. And maybe they have premier vision coverage and then it goes ahead and calculates that. So it just does all these different calculations, but if I accidentally change something, so if I accidentally change this to maybe I accidentally deleted it. All of a sudden, my spreadsheet numbers are incorrect, and this pastor, this church, they're not going to get the right answer. So I'm going to go ahead and undo that. So, how would I start by locking it down? So, the first thing I'd do is I would want them to only be able to choose the valid options here. So, the way to do that is under data. So, if you go to data up here, and then there's this data validation, you can actually choose a drop down list. So under here, and I know this is a little bit small, but it's the fourth one down, it says list. And then you just have to choose where the source to that list is. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel this out because I've already done this once. I hid all my lists here. So here you could see this is all their different coverage amounts. This is all their different um, their different dental, the different vision, and then this is the tier. So it's the participant plus one or family. And so what I'd want to do is go ahead and let's just do this for this coverage. Data validation. I want to say list. And then when I click on the source, I can go ahead and just highlight these. So I highlighted all these ones. I want none as an option in case because if they choose no coverage for there, that's a valid option in this with this spreadsheet. And then I can go ahead and go okay. And now you see that little arrow right there. So when you click on that cell that has that data validation, I only have those choices. Those are the only ones I could choose. And even if I try to type in my own, let's say I just wanted to try, actually, when I start typing it in, it gives me the option. But if I try to enter in something that doesn't make sense, it'll give me an error and I'll have to retry it. So anyway, that's the start. I'm going to go ahead and finish that out real quick. So I'm going to pause the video and then I'll show you what I would do next. So now I finished all these data validations. So you can see when I click on it, you can go ahead and see that they all have drop down lists now. And now I can go ahead and hide these because they don't need to see this. This is just the list. And there's probably other ways I could do this, but this is the way I normally do it is I just make the list off to the side and then I go ahead and I hide that column. So I go right click after I select the column and I go to hide. All right. So now the next thing is people can still write over the top of my formulas. So they could actually say, well, I don't want to pay this amount, 1716. I would rather pay I'd rather pay 1500. And you see they could just write right over that, or they can accidentally again delete something or edit something up here, and that's not what I want. So what you have to do is we have to turn on protection. And first of all, decide which cells they can edit. So which cells can they edit? And I want them to edit these cream colored ones. So what you do is you highlight them, And then if you click either font, alignment, or numbers, that arrow thing right here, you can see that right there. Or if you right click and go to format cells, which is right here, they all get you to the same place. Because, but you really want to go to this one here, protection. Protection is the last one. And by default, they're all as locked. So you want to unlock it. Let's go ahead and unlock it. And now to finish it. So that's the first step. Decide which cells you want them to edit, turn that to unlock, and then go ahead and go to review. So review is right here, and then protect sheet. And you can add a password to this. I normally don't because, well, one of the things is, let's just say I don't want to take ownership of this spreadsheet anymore. Then it's free for anybody else to edit, but at least it's protected from the people that are just going to accidentally mess it up. So if somebody wants to edit it, then I'll show you how to turn off the protection then. So I'm not going to have a password, and I'm just going to go ahead and leave these two like that. And I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. And so now they could still click wherever. I allow them to still do that. They could even see the formulas if they want, which I don't mind. I'm kind of one for transparency. But then if they try to edit it, they're going to get this warning with any cell except for this cell. So here, they can go ahead and change it. They can type in there and change it. And of course, if they misspell it or if they don't choose something that's part of the options, then they're still going to get an error message. But now they can only change these ones, and they could still see everything, but they can't click it. So if there is a mistake, or maybe I decide that I don't want to maintain the spreadsheet anymore, the next person to maintain it, all they have to do is go to unprotect. And now maybe they have to update this for 2025. So they change the number here, they change all the amounts, and then they could go ahead and protect it. And you can see there's a whole bunch of different options here. I just choose the default ones. Select lock cells, select unlock cells. All right. The last thing I wanted to show you is all that we could change is the value. So you could see that a lot of these options here are grayed out. So I can't actually, you look at it, looks like I could change the font. No, I can't. I click on it and it goes right back to size 10. So I can change the values at any of these, but I can't change anything else. I can't change any of the formatting. And same thing too with my hidden column here. There's no option to let me see that. I can't right click on it. You see all those are grayed out now. My unhide, my hide, my format cells, insert, all those are stopped. So this really is a slick way to lock it down, to protect your spreadsheet so that you can avoid all those errors that might lead to more phone calls, more emails. All right. Hopefully that was helpful. And hopefully this will save you a little bit of time, a little bit of trouble, because you'll be able to better protect your spreadsheets from honest mistakes. So I will put a link to that spreadsheet in the description just so you could see it for yourself. And again, there's no password, so you can unprotect it all you want. And until next time, like, subscribe, share. God bless you.